Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. I want to go over the 5 simple steps that I do every single morning to get ready for the trading day right after the intro. It's important. Having a routine, having a routine that you stick to every single day, I guarantee you is going to help you in your trading journey. Now, I used to get up 5, 10 minutes before the market opened. I'd quickly look at the charts. I would I mean, it was just mass chaos. Coffee would be brewing, and I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the day. So I would say probably now a year, I have started to implement things every single morning that I just repeat. And I would say I've gotten really, really good at this over the last 4 or 5 months. And they're simple steps. In fact, when I go over each one of them, you might be like, well, that's really simple. But then you might get one step there that you say, shit, that's actually pretty smart. You know what? That's actually happened to me in the past. And that would be a great way to avoid that particular problem. So let's jump into my list. This is my routine. This is the routine that I stick to. I trade futures, but I would assume you could do this routine with any single strategy, any single instrument that you're trading right now. So, step 1. Very simple, maybe one of my favorites. I make my coffee. I'm up now, I'm Central Time. So my alarm hits at 6:30 a.m. every single morning. I don't even know why I set an alarm because I pretty much am up 6:29, 6:28, or at the alarm ringing on my own. So that just comes already. That's been pre-built into myself. So I'm up 6:30. That's about an hour and a half before before I'm taking any trade. My trading window starts at 8 a.m. So that's already an hour and a half into it. So I got some time. Here's one thing that I didn't used to do. I'm actually fully ready. I take a shower. I get dressed as I'm going to work. I go downstairs and I make myself a pot of coffee every single morning. It's very simple. Shower, get dressed, make myself coffee. Once I take that first sip of my coffee, I know I can start to now walk over to my room where I trade and start to get the day ready. And how do I start by getting the day ready? Easy. First thing I do, I check the financial news. Okay? So, and people in Discord, they know because I post it every single morning. I look at what high impact news is coming out today. I look to see if there's any type of Fed speakers. I look to see if in any of the instruments, like in gold, um, oil, the S&P, the Nasdaq. I like to also look for, even if it's not high impact news, but if there's news that is affecting that indice or that commodity, I like to know about it. Okay, the worst thing that you could do is get surprised with a high impact news event that occurs while you're in a trade and you get whipsawed out and you're like, what the heck just happened? I mean, I don't know how many times I see people say, wow, what just happened with the Nasdaq? Well, yeah, it was news, man. I mean, there was news that just came out. That's exactly what just happened with the Nasdaq. So I check the financial news. Next thing I do is I will open up, I open up my trading journal right there. And in my trading journal, I will have it open. I use Excel, create my new date. I have columns already pre-built. And what I really like to do is I like to go, because if you never start this, people think that it's just a way to track your P&L. It's not. Because the longer you're in this game, the longer you work on your journal. I have data going back 18 months on my journal. So now I can go back to that high impact news that's coming out today and see, just as a reference point, what did the market do today? What did market do on FOMC, PMI? And you start to start to see patterns, and you start to see, okay, this is what happened this day. This is what happened. You know what? The last 3 times that this news event has come out, I haven't traded well. Well, guess what? That's an edge for you. That's an edge. That's a very slight, small edge, but it's an edge. In this trading game, any advantage that we can get, we have to exploit and use. So I track my trades. It helps you with backtesting. It makes your backtesting easier. There's so much good that comes out of the journal. Now, I will say something. For the first year, year and a half, 2 years, I journaled as well. But when you don't have a strategy that is working, or let's just say that you're that type of trader like me that used to jump around strategies every single day or every single week, and you weren't consistent, and you start putting in all these negative numbers into your trade journal, what do you feel like doing? You feel like quitting the journal because you don't even want to see the crap that you're trading. I'm telling you, because I did it. I felt it. It's extremely important because this will also tell you if what you're doing, if you're on the right track or not. Or if maybe you should not be trading on a real cash account. Or stay with that evaluation account. Or go into the sim. Or maybe give up trading. I don't know. I mean, that's always obviously another possibility too. It's not for everyone. So open up the trade journal and get it ready to enter in the trades as they come. Don't try to do it at the end of the day. It's very difficult. Do it as it's happening. This next one's an interesting one because this one continues, even now, to be a big problem for me. Simplest thing in the world, but it's probably caused me the most amount of profits that I can even think of. What I like to do is I check my trading platform settings every single morning. And what do I mean by that? Okay, I'm going to give you a perfect example. It happened to me, I think, Wednesday or Thursday of last week. I am in, I'm trying to think now why this happened to me. Oh, I know exactly why it happened to me. I was, after my morning oil sessions, so I have session at 8 a.m., session at 9 a.m., trade those in cash. In my oil account, after I had gotten funded, I started to change some of the accounts, and I wanted to change one from. I duplicated a Ninja Trader window, and I changed it from my cash to to my Top Step funded account. I said, no problem. Okay, because I was gonna start to take some trades on that account using my morning strategy. And what happened the next morning? I took a trade, me thinking that I was trading in cash, didn't take the trade in cash. I took it in my funded account. Now, it's not a complete loss. It's a funded account, so it's okay. But just like that, I have taken trades on a sim where I was back testing. I was doing market replay, and once you switch into market replay, think about this. You're a ninja trader, you get into market replay, you open up for the next day's session. Guess what? You're still in the sim. You've got to go in and select that cash account or that evaluation account or whatever account that you want to trade from. How many times, like me, where sometimes you switch from oil, which is a CL contract, 1E mini, or I'll go to 5 MCL, which is the micro version of oil. I do that consistently enough where this becomes sometimes of an issue. Because I'll make the switch, but there's a big difference between me trading 5 micro contracts and 1 CL contract. What do you also have to do to adjust that difference? You've got to adjust your ATM. So now your ATM strategy has to be adjusted from 1 CL to 5 MCL. Or you can do what happened to me about a month ago, where I thought I was taking a trade with 1 MCL. I'm sorry, with 1 CL, 1 full E-mini. I ended up taking that trade with 5 CL contracts. And the trade happened to work. I made a shit ton of money, but I could have also lost a shit ton of money. That is an account wrecker. Okay? So open up your platform, check your instrument, check your contract date on your instrument. This is if you're trading futures. And then take a look at the account that is associated with that trade, with that instrument. And then finally look at your ATM, meaning when you click buy or when you click sell, how many is it going to be buying? How many is it going to be selling? And is the stop loss and the take profit set already? That's what I mean by checking your trading platform settings. Being completely 100% ready for the day. This one gets me, man, and it still gets me. Because I'll look through all my charts. Because shit, I got a bunch of charts right now. And it still gets me sometimes. It still does get me, and it costs you money. So anything that you can avoid is like putting money in your pocket. And then the last one, which I say is a hard one, but it's just as important. Evaluate your trades like a boss. Okay, if you got a 9 to 5, if you report to someone, you know that there's someone else that is looking at your work, that is judging you on your performance. And how they rate you greatly depends on the success that you're going to have or where you might go with this career. Well, trading is a lonely game. It's just usually us. There's no one else. Okay? So eventually you have to have either someone that you can hold yourself accountable to, spouse, a friend, a trading partner, yourself if you're really, really disciplined. But really evaluate the trades that you make every single day. I'm the first one to admit, that's why one of the reasons why I love creating videos is because it's actually my accountability. I communicate all my mistakes. I communicate whenever I make a mistake, as dumb as it is, if it loses me money or if it makes me money. And that's my accountability. So make sure that you're accountable and that you're treating your trades as if you were the boss of the business and you want to make sure that this leg of this business is making you money. Five simple steps. There's nothing in here that's complicated, but it's extremely important that you go through each one and don't skip one single one. Hopefully, guys, this helps you guys. If you guys enjoy the content, please consider liking the video. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your checklist looks like. Let me know what you think would be an awesome step to add to these 5 steps. I really enjoy reading your comments, and I like to respond to every single one of them. And most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon. Happy trading.